Hey, what's going on, my Pixar fans? Dan Taylor from danthepixarfan.com here, and today I'm finally getting around to sharing my quick yet detailed look at last year's Deluxe Funko Pop release of Gaming Rex, inspired by the classic moment at the beginning of Toy Story 2, when it's revealed that the opening of the film was Rex playing a Buzz Lightyear video game all along. Pretty brilliant stuff. So this BoxLunch Gifts exclusive pop was revealed a pretty long while back, like clear back last July actually, but it didn't get released here in the US at least until December 15th, 2021, a good 5 months or so after its initial reveal. So yeah, this one was a long time coming and I was super pumped to finally get my hands on it. I've been collecting Pixar Funko Pops since 2013, wow, almost a decade now, and the original Toy Story ones were, I believe, the first Funkos I ever got. And now look at things, Funko Pops are still going strong, as this is number 1091 in the all-encompassing Disney Funko Pop line. Phew, that is a lot of releases, and they seem to always be coming and always improving. Anyway, I'm still an avid collector of them all these years later when it comes to any Pixar release, and I especially love the movie moments sets and bigger deluxe releases like this one, since they make for extra cool display pieces. Now this one does retail for $32.90, between that and shipping it was like $40, so it does seem pretty overly expensive to me considering it's not all that bigger compared to a standard Funko Pop figure, and it's more than double the price, but oh well. I get it, it's an exclusive and it's Funko we're talking about, so what are you gonna do? Now to take a look at the box here before opening things up. It's very similar in design to the Toy Story 4 series boxes, only it features the classic Toy Story logo instead of Toy Story 4. I mean, I personally think it would have been pretty sweet if it had been specifically labeled Toy Story 2, but that's not really an issue, it's just a thought. Everything looks really good here. Pretty basic and simple stuff though, not really anything to go into here, but it is an overall nice and clean presentation for sure. Okay, here he is out of the box, and this looks absolutely fantastic in just about every way, from the sculpt to the paint application. Of course, I'm sure you noticed that this is just inspired by the movie moment and isn't supposed to be an exact representation. Like, in the film, there are 4 blocks holding up the controller, and they don't spell out Rex, but I love the creative liberties they took to make this more of a fun display piece. The controller itself looks a bit different as well compared to how it looks in the film, I'm sure because of some kind of rights issues there, but it's close enough to get the point across. Rex with the helmet on, though, looks just as he should. There is a little bit of a strange gap in the back of his mouth there on either side. The Rex from the 20th anniversary series certainly doesn't look like that, so I'm not sure what's going on there. It was obviously a conscious design choice, but it doesn't really bother me like it might some. And moving to the back here, I did want to point out that his helmet is not removable. It's completely attached, but it does have some flexibility when you push down on it. I'd be very careful and not mess it with it too much though, as this thing could definitely snap. His head can rotate side to side and all the way around 360, which is cool. So there is one point of articulation. I also like that they added the kind of fading from the darker green into the brighter greenish yellow paint from the back of his head down to his tail, like he has in the movie, though they might have gone a little overboard with it. I think the brighter green lime coloring on his back in the movie is a little bit more subtle than this, but again, this doesn't really bother me at all. They're not going for a film-accurate replica here by any means. I just want to point out everything that I'm noticing. Anyway, there's just a quick look at underneath the base, which is a great touch, by the way. I like that it's wood tone, like Andy's desk, which is where this movie moment takes place, of course, and that really covers it. This is an amazing figure, which, like I mentioned, makes for a superb display piece. Whether you're a Funko Pop collector or not, this thing really stands on its own as just a really neat, really universally appealing Toy Story piece for your desk or shelf. And here's just a little comparison in case you were wondering. The 2015 Toy Story 20th Anniversary Rex is on the left, of course, and this new Gaming Rex is on the right. And though they may look similar at first glance, this new Gaming Rex is actually an entirely new sculpt with a lot of subtle and not so subtle changes. Interestingly enough, despite this new Rex being a deluxe size, he appears to be a little bit smaller than the 2015 Rex. Other notable differences are, as I mentioned, the gap in the back of his mouth area, the yellow-green coloring on his back, the tail is bigger now and it's swooped to the side. Then his arms are in a different position now, and his eyes are smaller and closer together, you know, so on and so forth. Those are just the biggest differences. Now, obviously, this one also comes with his helmet, the base with the blocks, the controller, and so on, but I'm just talking about the actual Rex figure itself here. Ultimately, both of these figures are so well done in their own ways. I'm not sure if one is necessarily better than the other. They're just different from one another. The new Gaming Rex is certainly different enough from the 2015 one to warrant getting, and I love that we got such a scene-specific variation on Rex that's so fresh and new, in addition to the traditional-looking Rex. Both are so worth having. If you're a Toy Story Funko Pop collector, then you probably already have this or plan to get it. And if you're not into collecting Funkos, then as I already said, this is still an amazing piece for any Toy Story fan to get regardless, and maybe this review has convinced you to snag one before they're gone. Yes, it's a little pricey for what it is, but it could get even more expensive when eBay sellers start selling them down the road after these officially sell out. So if you're on the fence about getting one, I'd say just go for it while it's still around, just to secure it. I highly suggest grabbing one for your collection. What you see here is what you get, and I don't think you'll be disappointed. So I'll go ahead and drop the link to buy in the description below. It is still in stock on the website as of this recording. As always, I'm curious to hear all your thoughts down in the comments. What do you guys think of this pop? If you did enjoy this review, I hope you'll consider giving this video a big thumbs up and subscribing to my channel for more Pixar toy news and reviews from my personal collection. Don't forget to ring that bell. Find me all over social media at Dan the Pixar Fan, and I will see you in my next video.